Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? If you've done this before, you know how it works. I just like to remind you, if something doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So, thank you for being patient through all oh, my sage is going right in my face, through all of my dog passing away. Had to take a little bit of time off. I couldn't. This one stressed me out. Not looking for sympathy, just wanting to thank you for being gracious enough to allow me to go through the process. So it's funny because of just what you said in your email. And so I heard your mom say, I just got ready to push the button and start the video. And she says, get a card. And they do that to me sometimes. So these are my release cards, something you need to release. That's probably my favorite deck because there's always something you need to release. And yours was surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. I'm going to put that up there. This is the card Mom picked. I shuffled until she said stop. So I'm going to quit saying that word. I'm going to start calling myself out on it all the time and maybe I'll stop. Anyway, take a few deep breaths. Can't even say that word right. What the hell's wrong with you, Rhonda? Must be my new teeth. She's telling me to pay attention because I need to do the same thing. My stomach's in a knot right now. When you get really stressed and you have that knot in your stomach like I have right now, and I forget to do it, I don't follow my own advice. Shame on me. I don't know if you know what meditation breath is. You don't have to meditate, but it's the breathing of it. We don't breathe deep enough for all the little cells in our body that need all that oxygen. We really don't get enough oxygen to our body because we do our automatic shallow breathing. So meditation breath is really great. If you got a knot in your stomach, you breathe in through your nose real slow and you hold it a few seconds and then breathe out through your mouth real slow. And you do that at least three to 5 times. And it does something. I wish I'd remembered it. I even have a ring that says just breathe. And I used to have a note on my computer that said breathe because I don't remember to do it. So she wants you to start, she says, start utilizing that. She used the word utilize. And some people like to visualize breathing in like white smoke, like white light or something light and bright, and breathing out like dark smoke or the heavy negative. Breathing in the divine, the good energies. It's a better word to use. The good energies, and breathing out and releasing bad energies in you. But if you do that slowly, just a few times every so often, it truly does something to calm the body down. And all the little cells get happier too. If we would actually breathe in more often, our little cells would be happier and it would calm us down. I don't know why, just the way it just works. So I said it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start with your video calling myself out on that one little word. She's jingling. Of course it's Christmas time. She's singing jingle bells and she's shaking like a whole. Show it to me. Okay. I haven't hardly got any Christmas decorations out. The grandson's mad at me. He's 21. He's still mad at me for not getting stuff out. I've got this leather. It almost looks like a big wide leather belt, but it's not a belt. It's just a long strip. Whoop. Can't see down there. It's like a long flat leather strip, and it's got those big bells on it. I used to hang them on something. Those big like sleigh bells on it. And she's shaking that, so I don't know if she's just showing me something that I have or if you have something like that. But she's showing me the bigger bells, not little bitty tinkly bell. So no, it's Christmas time. You're going to hear that all over the place. I don't know how you're going to take this as a sign. Maybe it'll just be an unusual place, or you might see something like that in a movie, or walking through the store, or on a magazine cover. I don't know. We don't have much magazines anymore. Everything's internet. Just know that'll be a sign from her. So it won't just be at Christmas. It'll be after Christmas. It'll be all year when you hear that jingling. She says, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas. And you're going to have a beautiful Christmas. And you know I will be there in your heart and your soul. You're going to be making something, I want to say pie. It doesn't have to be pie. Sometimes they're exact, sometimes they're not, but you're going to be making something to eat that she always made at Christmas. And she's acknowledging that. Or you have already made it. She might be validating that she knows that. She said it's kind of like a tradition, and you're carrying it on. And it tastes good too. And she says she's being funny. Not cocky, but she's kind of being like, it'll never be as good as what I made. And she's laughing. She's not cutting you down for the way you make it. She's making a joke. Okay, well, never mind, she's repeating that don't be sad I'm not there at Christmas because I am there. She's going once around the block. And she's showing me outside, once around the block. Are you jogging around the block, or did you recently get lost like I did last night? Made a wrong turn, had to go around the block? Or something about once around the block does the trick. Not twice, just once. Now she's going, and it's on fire. It's on fire. It's on fire. I don't feel like this is a warning. It's not like your house is going to catch on fire, but the fire is going to be a little more out of hand than it should. So I don't know if you have I said that word again. I'm trying to catch myself. Sorry that I'm doing it to you. Don't know if you have a fireplace, maybe be a little careful. Maybe don't put too much in it, or maybe you already had something like this happen where the fire got a little bit out of hand. Some kind of actual flame. And don't catch your hair on fire. I did that once when I had long hair and I was smoking cigarettes. And the wind blew my hair just as I was lighting it and went poof. Oh, she's laughing her ass off. Don't forget what a beautiful person you are inside. She's showing me like there's somebody that's like poking at you, like poking at you, or putting like little digs on you, or something that just is a little bit irritating, but a little bit, I don't know if they're trying to bring you down or trying to be irritating or trying to, what is it, Mom? It's 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 like little innuendos that kind of make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel like you haven't done something right. She says, but if you let it continue, it will snowball and it will turn into a big snowball because they will keep sticking. It's like these little poking. It's like every one of them sticks to you. It's like they're sticking to you. And even though you might be fluffing it off, there's a whole bunch of them stuck on you. She says salt bath. Okay, so what I do with a salt bath, I actually use Epsom salt with lavender in it and put some in the bathtub. You can use sea salt, I think, and put some essential oil in there if you want a little bit of a smell. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. She says sea salt. Go ahead and use sea salt, it's cheap. But when I remember to do it, when I'm in the bathtub, I imagine like sparkly white light, like a shower. I'm not taking a shower, I like a bath. Like it rains down on me and it washes off all these sticky little things. It'll wash off all those sticky little things. And you just visualize this is energy work. It's hard to explain if people don't understand. It sounds like I'm batshit crazy, which I am. But the energy of that washes off all the sticky little things stuck on you or in you. And you imagine it sliding off you like sludge into the water. And I do it right before I get done, right before I get out. And then when you pull the plug, you imagine that all going down the drain. I don't know what it is about the salt or Epsom salt or whatever, but it's widely used for cleansing. She says you're a better person than somebody gives you credit for. It's whoever this is, it's their habit. It's something that they just do, and I don't think they do it on purpose necessarily. It's just something that's kind of ingrained in them. Something maybe not even realizing that they're hurting because it's like little pokies. She says, forgive them, but don't let it stick to you. So also she's reminding me about protection bubble. You've got such a sweet, soft soul. Mom just put her hand on my shoulder and she goes, yes, she does. That you do need protection. And I don't mean that you need protection like from something evil, or you just need protection from letting all these little things stick to you. That, especially if you're kind of an empath, and I'm a very strong empath, and I even forget. I don't put protection around me because I get stupid. But those things stick to us, or they go in us because we are so soft-hearted, and we want to take everybody's pain away. So we sit in our corner and we shut the hell up and go, okay, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It only hurt for a second. It's okay. But you keep it. That's the bad part, when you keep it. So go to YouTube, find out how to do a protection bubble. And sometimes mine are pink, sometimes they're green for healing, sometimes they're made out of steel. I hate the mirror ones because whoever is shooting stuff, like I had this one couple and they did not like me. And I could just feel them. It was like daggers coming at me all the time, especially when my back was turned. I thought, I don't want to put a mirror up because that bounces that energy off and sends it right back to them. And they are so full of hate already that they don't need it back, but I couldn't absorb it anymore because it was taking me down. So it's easy for people like us to take on somebody else's pain or energy or allowing them to do stuff to us that isn't right. So mom wants you to learn how to do the bubble. You could do all kind. Sometimes mine are like like a screen door screen, and nothing bad can come in, but all my love can come out. If that makes sense. It's energy work. Totally real stuff. So mom's wanting you to release some of that stuff. She loves you very much. She says, you wanted my advice. This is what you're getting. And she says, don't forget to ask me for help. You'd be surprised what they can do from the other side. So like if you take a salt bath, ask her for help. Ask her for help with the process. If you want to need to put a protection bubble up, I used to put an iron wall between my husband and I. Even I'd be on the back of the motorcycle and I'd put up this big iron wall because his energy was, it wasn't that I wasn't going to be with him. It wasn't that I didn't like him. It's just his energy was so dark, not darker, I hate to use that word, more negative than mine. And it was killing my vibe. It just kept it, even though it was just a wall, it could go around and get to me, but it worked. One of our motorcycle trips was the best one I've ever had. I've never had so much spiritual stuff happen on the back of a motorcycle. So this stuff works. So when you do these things, ask mom for help. She's drumming her fingers, like, I don't know if you can hear that, like you do on a table or something, drumming. Because she's waiting for you to ask her for help. You have to ask. They cannot override your free will choice. Then you have to be ready to accept whatever door opens or whatever they bring to you. And you'll just kind of know when something comes towards you or something different happens or that it was the answer to whatever you ask her to help you with. Mom is showing herself like a big grizzly bear right now. Like, I'll protect my baby. I don't know that this person is so bad that you really need food. Well, she says she's going to do it anyway. That, like, you really have to be protected from them, like it's a really bad thing. You just need to stop absorbing, letting these things stick to you. Now she's singing Que Sera, Sera. Doris Day used to sing that song. That's almost before my time. That's an old one. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. So Google that song, see what's in there for you. Message. There'll be a message in it. Or maybe even just that one verse, because she sang that one verse. I want to see you continue to be happy-go-lucky. Life's not as big a bitch as we think it is. Sometimes we make it that way. She's not accusing you of making life a bitch. She's saying this kind of in general. Something about chocolate milk. Don't know if she liked chocolate milk, you like chocolate milk, you just had some chocolate milk, you just bought some chocolate milk. Don't know. Get that grocery list started, it's almost too late. I think she's talking about Christmas dinner. Oh, Jesus, she like my mom, she had her list like a month ahead of time and wrote down the times. The corn goes on at blah, blah, 2 o'clock, the potatoes go in at 1 o'clock. She had every minute thing. She's jingling those bells again as she's leaving. She's literally getting in a sleigh. Trying to see what it's drawn by. Can't tell if it's horses or reindeer. Anyway, she's not showing me that part, but she's getting in a sleigh drawn by something. And there's somebody in there in a Santa suit. Maybe you recently rode a sleigh. This one looks like one that's on the snow, but you know they have those that have the big carriages. Like some places you can go ride the big carriage. It's all lit up, drawn by a horse through town. You pay to take a ride through town. They're really pretty. So I don't know if you've done this, seen this. She's getting in it. I'm not sure who the person is in the Santa outfit, but it's somebody that she knows. It's a man. Well, I'm not going to be able to see his face because he's got a face on like Mr. Grinch. My granddaughter teaches a handicapped preschool, special ed preschool, and she just dressed up like the Grinch. She had the best costume. She's handing out candy to the kids today in her Grinch outfit. They love her. So I guess I'm not supposed to see this. I feel like it's a male. Maybe it was somebody who was kind of a Grinch in real life. Bah humbug. Maybe a little grouchy. I think she thinks that you'll know who this is. Anyway, she's getting in the sleigh with him, and that's how she's leaving. That's pretty cool. Usually they just walk away. Know that I love you, baby girl, and I always will. Don't forget to call me. And with that, she's leaving. Okay, my dear, thank you very much. You wanted advice. Boy, Mom gave it. And if I would just stick to doing the things that she just told you to do. Ooh, Bob just whacked me on the head. My Bob. Like, straighten up, Rhonda. Don't just talk about it, do it. It seriously will help. And the breathing. Much love to you. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.